Welcome back to the Swang Low Podcast Show. It is yours truly, Do Rock Creek. What's happening with all my people out there in the free world today? It is an absolute pleasure to be back here at this round table amongst my round table family. I salute all of y'all that take the time out to come sit at this round table with me, man, and listen to these crazy stories that I bring to y'all. Now, I got another one for y'all. You know what I'm saying? This situation occurred in Calipatria State Prison in the year 2004, right? I believe the yard was a yard, right? Building 3. Now, in that building, um, the police was certain ones that worked in there was known for being strict. And I remember them throwing this one particular police in that building by the name of Torres, right? This CO, he was specifically handpicked, chosen to come and disrupt that building in any way that he could and make it completely uncomfortable for us based on the history that that building had, right? But see, they went and chose an over aggressive person. And if you know the history on Calipat, the history at that place during them years was known for the police getting completely messed off. You know what I'm saying? Completely. It was known for that. So bam, when he came and he was pushing the way that he was, it was just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? And that time eventually came. And that's what this story is about. Okay, now in this particular day, I remember going out my cell, arguing with this police, with this CO, with this correctional officer, Torres, right? The known as a-hole. You know what I'm saying? This dude had completely had me irate this day for whatever. I think I was trying to get out my cell to get a shower or something, right? Anyway, I end up getting out. I was able to get my shower without having conflict. I mean, I went and had conflict with this CO in regards to that. We have words, bam, heated exchange. However, I go about my way after I say my piece. You know what I'm saying? Get my shower and I go in. As soon as I walk inside my cell and close the door, bam, I look out. Here come the homie Blue Strings. Blue Strings is from Front Street Watts, right? Front Street Watts Crip. Him and a couple of other young homies from Compton and Watts was out there in the day room this particular day. Now, I don't know if the dude Torres was still riled up from the conflict that me and him had just had. You know what I'm saying? But I know when the homie Blue Strings came in, Torres immediately locked in on him. Now, again, Blue Strings wasn't by himself. It was a number of Compton and Watts in the day room that day. Um, um, I remember it being probably like 5 of them. But look, when Blue Strings come in, he making his way around the day room for he's doing something right before he actually go to his cell. But like I said, Torres locked in on him. So he made his way over to where Blue Strings was at. So bam, they have an exchange back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But the dude Torres is pushing up on him aggressively. He looked at Blue Strings like he was a little young kid or something. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, at that time, Blue Strings was young. You know what I'm saying? He was in his early 20s. He was young, but he was a straight up low, a crip, right? Wasn't playing at all. Not playing at all. At all. You had a lot of young dudes that was there that was like that. You know what I'm saying? So bam, this day, the dude CO Torres push up on him aggressively. You know what I'm saying? I see them having an exchange back and forth. Now in the day room, you got him, you got another homie from Stevenson Village, Big Smoke from Compton, right? And Capone from Nutty Block, right? So bam, when this is going on, right when this confrontation happening between Blue Strings And this CO, BG Hawk from Southside Compton Crip, walk in the building. He was just coming off from his visit, right? Just coming from his visit. Just walked through the door. Right when he walked in the door and hit the day room, soon as he stepped foot inside that day room out that rotunda, Blue Strings and the other homie from Stevenson Village is on the other side of the day room having a confrontation with this dude Torres, and the other homie Smoke from Compton. He's right there. He's standing off. He's in the cut, but he's right there. So I'm gonna tell you why he's so significant. So bam, right when BG Hawk stepped foot in that day room, Blue Strings get off on the police. Bang! Right? Now, he don't do that until the CO Torres started going for his pepper spray. You know what I'm saying? He threatened to pepper spray the homie before, you know what I'm saying? Trying to give him a warning about anything else. You know what I'm saying? So the homie did what he was supposed to do. He got off on him. Bang, 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 like three-piece this fool, right? So bam. When he get off, the young homie from Stevenson Village get off on the police. Bing, bing, bing. So they over there packing him out. His partner, the other CO that's working in there, right? He in the middle of the day room. I guess he was trying to make his way over there. He didn't get to make it because the homie Smoke from Compton caught him, came out the cut out of nowhere and caught him. Bow! Put him down. He mixed him. So when BG Hawk see all this going on, he run over there and get in it, start mixing the CO with Smoke. Right? So bam. They in the day room thumping with the police, right? Messing them off, beating them. So bam. Finally, they able to break it up. Finally, the police, they come in there, they break it up. Pepper spray everywhere. Everybody in the whole building is choking, including the police. Everybody choked out. So bam, this is a major thing. Anytime the police get beat up like that, it's a major thing. It's two of them then got whooped. So bam, police hot. Now the police had they had like the green wall thing going, right? They had this one specific sergeant that worked there that with no joke, right? Anytime a CO get beat up, he gonna make sure you get beat up before you go to the hole. And he gonna take you and they gonna form a line and all the police is just gonna beat you. You know what I'm saying? And we used to see them doing that to dudes all the time with this specific sergeant, right? So bam. When the homies get off on the police in the building, they hot. So bam, it was another CO that worked in our building, a white dude, right? Where he looked white, but he had like a Mexican last name, a known asshole, thought he was hard, thought he was tough. He was another one that was getting into it with everybody in the building. You know what I'm saying? Now, the way that he act, he wasn't no punk. The white Mexican dude, he wasn't no punk. This is a CO, but he was an asshole about his push. So nobody liked him. Everybody had an issue with him. So bam, this situation when the homies flighted the police in the building that day, that was in the morning. So now the shift changed. The next police come in. That's what bring the other asshole CO in, right? The white Mexican one. So bam, now when that shift changed, he is the one that got to go pack up all of BG Hawk's property. BG Hawk from Southside Compton, for the people that don't know, was best friends with the dude Orlando Anderson, the person that they was trying to put the Tupac murder on, right? They grew up together. You know what I'm saying? Him. It was Orlando, BG Hawk, and Saki. Shout out to Saki. Somebody told me the homie BG Hawk is resting in peace. I don't know how true that is, but if it is true, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the homie. That was a good Crip right there. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period. But and Saki. You know what I'm saying? But all three of them grew up together, best friends and all this and that, all from the same hood. So anyway, Real ones from Compton, real ones. That's what I'm saying, boy. You had a lot of Compton Crips and the homies from Watts that was in Calipatria at this time and during this time period. This ain't the only time that the Comptons took off on the police. You know what I'm saying? Like they was up there down in the police, bro, down in them, down in them, down in them. So, but this is just one story. So, bam. Anyway, they send the asshole white Mexican police to go try to get BG Hawk's property. BG Hawk Selly, Saki is in the cell. Now, when the homies took off on the police in the day room, Saki wasn't out there. Saki was in the cell. He was locked inside the cell. Usually he would have been out there. But this particular day he wasn't. He locked inside the cell. So he's up there looking out his cell at all this going on, mad as hell because now his road dog, BG Hawkton, just got in this. He wasn't able to be out there to get in it with him. He was hot, right? He was hot, steaming. So bam, when the asshole police come and try to get BG Hawk's property, they open up the door and don't handcuff Saki or none of that, right? Bam. Dude try to get off on the homie Saki when the door opened. He try to go inside the cell and manhandle him. You know what I'm saying? So when he do that, Saki kick him in his mouth, kick all his teeth out. You know what I'm saying? So now he in there thumping with dude, and the other, it was two of them, two COs. He in there thumping with them. You know what I'm saying? And they ended up beating him with the billy club, almost knocked his eyeball out his socket. You know what I'm saying? But that was a cold one. That was a cold one right there. This happened the same day that the homies had got off on the police in the day room. This was just the next watch. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it was a number of incidents that, you know what I'm saying, led up to that moment and beyond that. And beyond that, like I said, that wasn't the only time, man. But um it's crazy that the homies had got into it with them same police, well, with that same one that I had got into it with, like seconds before, like before they even came in. And I believe that dude Torres was still riled up from that because, like I said, we had a very back and forth heated exchange. I had to check him. You know what I'm saying? And he was the type of dude that's gonna try to stand his ground, even when he's wrong, when he's proven wrong, and all that. You know what I'm saying? He still try to, you know what I mean? And that's what's irritating. That's what got irritating to me. You know what I'm saying? So I let it be known. The only thing was I didn't take it to the extent that the homies did. You know what I'm saying? I walked away from it. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy. Like as soon as, and that's another thing. When the homies is getting it, like I told y'all before, whether it's the police, whether it's a down move, a Mexican, a white boy, whoever, if a Crip is getting into it with somebody, you automatically got to go. No matter where they from, no matter who it is, if it's another Crip, you got to go. If it's a black thing, you know what I'm saying, and it's blacks against whoever, you got to go. You got to be accounted for in those situations, because if you're not, you're getting politicked on and you're out of there. Period. You're always going to be looked at as being in the wrong if you don't participate. You know what I'm saying? If the homies is getting down, you know what I'm saying? Um, I ran into the homie Blue Strings. You know what I'm saying? From Front Street Watts, we was talking about this situation, man, and just tripping because I'm telling him the same thing that I'm telling y'all, because he didn't know that me and Torres had got into it right before they walked in the door. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling him, I'm like, he still could have been riled up behind that. And he was telling me, he was like, well, yeah, but he said that dude came to my cell and threatened me. He was like, I guess he looked at me like I was a kid or something, like he didn't have to give me the respect. You know what I'm saying? That he was giving he never pushed up on the Mexicans like that. Never, not one time. They had no issues with him. We was the only ones, only the blacks. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Him getting at people you know what I'm saying, aggressively, that the way that he was, we was looking at it a certain way because he never did that to them. So off the top, it was, you know what I'm saying, instant conflict with him. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, he ended up getting flighted. You know what I'm saying? Got airlifted up off the yard. You know what I mean? Him and his partner. You know what I'm saying? Got beat viciously. You know what I'm saying? By the homies from Compton and Watts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homies from Compton and Watts. You know what I'm saying? The hub and the dub. My boy Blue Strings. You know what I'm saying? Front Street Watts. You know what I mean? Much love to you, bro. Keep your head up, you know what I'm saying, till we see each other again. It's all love. You already know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I just wanted to bring that story to y'all. You know what I mean? Craziness happens in prison. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. You know what I mean? And you know, just remember a time period where, you know, dudes was pushing around hopeless. They wasn't, you know, showing no love on, you know what I'm saying, going to these board dates, and you know what I'm saying, your appeal is failing, you know what I'm saying, on all levels. So there was no hope back then. You know what I'm saying? It's hope now. But back then the mentalities was different, completely different. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I just wanted to bring that little story to y'all. I appreciate everybody showing back up to the round table, man. It's always a pleasure to be here with y'all, to be able to deliver to y'all. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of knowledge, a little bit of history. You know what I'm saying? That has taken place behind the walls. On that note, I'm gonna let all of y'all get back to y'all day. Appreciate you again. Like, comment, and subscribe to the Swang Low Podcast Show. If you haven't already did it, I would definitely appreciate it. Salute to all of y'all that have already done it. Nothing but love. Welcome to the Swang Low family. On that note, man, y'all take care. Till next time we meet at this round table. Love all y'all. Triple gang.